Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Kindly sit down. Thank you for your courtesy. To the troop commander, could you give the Tikas Pahinga order?
Sa aking pagutos, Siko!
Vice President Maria Leonor Robredo. Ma'am. Kaibigan mo kami ni ma'am. The National Defense Secretary, Delfin Lorenzana, the other members of the Cabinet, AFE Chief of Staff, General Ray Leonardo Guerrero, and major service commanders, officials, faculty members, and staff of the Philippine Military Academy, PMA Superintendent Lieutenant General Donato San Juan, Cadet Corps, Armed Forces of the Philippines, led by the ALAB TALA graduating class of 2018. Mayor Dumungan of Baguio, nice to see you, sir. Other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Pangalawa ko siguro to ng medyo mahaba. Marami kasi kayo. Next time, I think that if the program would exceed 2 hours, after 1 hour, may intermission muna tayo. Ako na lang magdala ng mga singer yung... Well, anyway, I am really as proud as you to be there with you during this occasion. You know, ayoko na lang rin magsalita. But now, at no other time, except maybe one president, that we have addressed the problem of the Armed Forces of the Philippines profoundly. And because I would want that before I get out of the presidency, I would have left behind a strong armed forces and PNP, simply because these troubles that I am facing will not disappear within the next 4 to 7 to 10 years. Kailangan ko talaga ng matatag na sundalo pati police. I do not deliver speeches, reading. Mahilig nito. Pero sa haba nito, dito na lang ako sa 3 pages. If I ramble on, I am prone to, talk just about anything that enters my gray matter between the ears. Matatagalan tayo. At, alauna na. May pagkain dito pagkatapos. Wada budol fight naman. Well, my heartfelt congratulations to the graduates of PMA ALAB TALA Class 2018. I join your families and your friends in celebrating this important milestone in your young careers. From your humble beginnings, the epitome yung baro ninyo. As the applicants in your final days as cadets, every day in the academy has not been easy. Your courage and bravery have been tested numerous times, but despite all of these trials, you have emerged victorious and ready to take on bigger challenges ahead. As you leave the halls of PMA and enter your chosen branches of service, you will be faced with realities that are far more complex than what you have been prepared for. Mistakes will always be inevitable, but have confidence in knowing that the rules of the Academy have honed you for responsibilities that await you as you assume leadership roles in the armed forces. You have been equipped with the knowledge and skills to excel, but how far can you go will depend greatly on the discipline and determination and faith. Remember always the three words that have been ingrained deeply in your hearts: courage, integrity, and loyalty. Embody these words and use them to guide your actions throughout your careers. As you dedicate your life in the service of God, country, and people, know that the Armed Forces of the Philippines has the government's full support. With the removal of the Joint Resolution JR number 1, the increase in base pay of military and uniformed personnel has been authorized, which will also result to an increase in bonuses and allowances. The administration is also working to implement the second horizon of the revised AFP modernization program, wherein priority projects are currently in several stages of completion, to ensure that our men and women in uniform are provided the benefits and armed with equipment to perform their duties effectively. The ALAB TALA class of 2018, this achievement is only the beginning of the many future successes. May you continue to become a source of strength and inspiration to your fellow soldiers and instruments of meaningful change in our society. The Filipino people look up to you as the protectors of our nation and the next leaders of tomorrow. Again, congratulations to the graduates at mabuhay kayong lahat. Congratulations, and I am happy. It's the order for pardon. Dito. Hindi tanungin ko muna ano yung kasalanan nila. Pareho ba sa akin? Your sins are like me? Well, this is the Republic of the Philippines pardon of punishment. In observance to the time-honored tradition of the Philippine Military Academy on the occasion of the graduation of PMA ALAB TALA Class 2018, I, Rodrigo R. Duterte, President of the Republic of the Philippines and Commander-in-Chief, Armed Forces of the Philippines, hereby pardon all outstanding punishments of the upperclassmen, 2CL, 3CL, and 3CL. Of the Cadet Corps of karami naman itong kasalanan to. Armed Forces of the Philippines as recommended by the Superintendent PMA effective today. Granted in this 8th day of March in the year of our Lord 2018 at PMA General Gregorio Aguinaldo del Pilar. Kasi napasok ako doon sa Aguinaldo kanina eh. Baguio City. So I sign Well, the next time after this, wala na akong pardon. But let me just also add, just a simple sentence. I will never ever allow anybody, be it the police, military, armed forces, or the uniformed policemen. This modern trend of neo-libertarians, mas marunong pa sa atin. But anyway, sabi ko nga, huwag kayong matakot. Just do your duty in accordance with law. Ako na ang bahala sa inyo. Kaya yung mga buang na yan, noon pa yan when I was mayor. Well, I was investigated, yung nasa, ayaw ko na mga babae, ayaw ko magipag-away. Basta, I was invited by the Philip Alston, rapporteur, when I was, walang findings, then itong kaibigan ko, hindi na kung mang kasalanan niyang nandyan siya sa loob, Secretary of Justice, Secretary of Senator. Ilang beses na ako na-imbestiga, wala naman. Itong mga gago, itong puti sa iyo, yan sila ang you know why? O sabihin ko sa inyo, they are doing it in the atonement for their sins. They are pardon for the many years of brutality that they inflicted. In the Middle East, they took so much of the oil, they increased their productivity and made the country rich, while leaving the poor Arabs to fight against one another. They divided the Middle East sila lang. And look what happened. You go to Iraq on a pretext of mass destruction weapons, wala. And you destroy the country. So with Gaddafi, nandyan naman kayo noon. And he was taken out. So it's a fractured country. Itong mga membro ng tayo lang Cambodia pa Leste Timor. At sinabi ko, sabi ko sa kanila, mas bright ako sa kanila, ayaw lang maniwala. Totoo. Doon pa yan kasi na-imbestiga pa rin ng mayor. I already studied my lesson by way of defense. At sinabi ko, you will not have jurisdiction over my person, not within 1 million years. Kaya malakas ang loob ko, sabi ko, magtrabaho lang kayo. Ako na ang bahala. Pero hindi naman nila, walang jurisdiction. Issue lang dyan is publication. The rule in a democracy is ignorance of the law excuses no one. So how do you remedy the situation so that we will know everything to know, so that we will not be considered ignorant of the law excuses no one? Yung treaty, if you read it, it's all volleyball na lang para walang bato. It is clearly a criminal law. If you read it, there is the commissioning of ICC, the judges, then there is the ICC prosecutors, and the definition of the crimes and the penalty attached to the crimes. Now, our rule in this jurisdiction is i-publish mo talaga para hindi ma-ignorante yung tao. Because if it is not published, you cannot tell me now that ignorance of the law excuses no one. It has to be published in the official gazette. That is the publication of the government. Ang mga gago, pinirmahan ng presidente, niratify ng Senate, dinumiritso sa Rome Agreement at inattach na nila yung membership natin. Without passing the critical publication. It is there in the publications official gazette when you are now put on constructive notice that there is a law as such. Hindi mo kasi mabigyan ng isang kopya ang Pilipino. So, ang ginawa, by force of law, when it is published in the official gazette, it becomes a law. Now, if there is no publication in people, kaso na Tovera versus Tanyada, Supreme Court, it is fatal, especially a criminal law. Yung treaty na yan is purely a criminal. It does not talk of anything else but of the court, the prosecution, pati yung definition ng crimes and the penalties. It must be published. Ngayon, alam ko yun ng sa Davao pa ako, pinag-aralan ko na. You know, pabilibin natin sila. Kung kayo, hindi ko na kayo pinapabili, magkakampi tayo. I mean, nandito tayo sa gobyerno. I'm not asking for any nurturing of loyalties. Wala ako niyan. Trabaho lang. Alam mo kasi, pag hindi ko ginawa yan, damay lahat. Kaya sinabi ko sa inyo, it was not really intended to, sabi ko, all of you shut up. Kasi kung maraming, pagdating ng mga investigador, may magkamali talaga niya na commander sa base or sabi ko, tumahimik kayo para ako lang mag-isa, hindi ako magkamali. Kasi alam ko ang depensa ko. Sabi ko ganon, a few days before, you will never have jurisdiction over my person. Not in a million years. Sabi naman itong isang mga ugok, mga senador pa, that it would take about 1 year bago ma-effective yung withdrawal. Sos nako. Ayaw nga kung saan tayo abot ito. You know, if it is not published, there is no law. So there is no reason to withdraw something which is not existing. Walang batas eh. If you cannot prosecute me kasi walang batas, with more reason, ang sinabi ko lang withdraw, simply because to announce to the world, and I will convince everybody now who are under the treaties, get out. Get out. Bastos yan. It is not a document that was prepared by anybody. It's an EU-sponsored. Itong mga to, nung pumunta sila Africa, pinagpapatay nila yung mga Arab sa lahat na dito, yung massacre sa Barawi. It is really an atonement for their sins. Tapos, ang inahabol nila, either itim, pati sa lahat, marami namang problema, nakikialam pa. My orders are, unto you until now, we have been swallowed with drugs. Ang ating mga anak are in jeopardy. If I renege now, mag-atras ako, I would have compromised and place them in jeopardy. Itong generation na ito, pati yung mga anak natin. Kailangan tapusin ko to para mawala na. Hindi ko naman sinasabi ako lang ang may kaya. Pero, well, my experience is Davao. May sa Davao, wala. Walang snatcher, wala. Maglakad ka doon. Kasi yung media, kung sabihin mo ang totoo, sabihin man yan doon sa, magsabi lang tayo ng bakak. Mag-lie tayo. Ewan ko na sana yung mga kriminal sa Davao. Sinabi ko sa kanila, do not destroy my city. Do not destroy the youth of the land. When I became president, I told them, I and the criminals, do not destroy my country. Do not destroy the youth of the land. Ang sabi ko sa police, pati sa inyo, because yung declaration of national security threat sa drugs is not mine. Pirmado ni Arroyo yun. Hindi akin yan. Binibigyan ko ng platform Wala bang nahuli noon? Kung hindi ako na presidente, hindi maglabasan yung mga po. Kita mo doon by the hundreds of thousands, hindi ka na naawa sa bayan mo. And you have destroyed a segment of a society and made them slaves to a chemical drug that every day when it rides on their back, pag magkatina, they have to look for it. They have to have a fix. Kaya pag walang pera, because commodity sa Cebu is for the poor. Malakas na ang pasok ngayon ng cocaine. Yan ang problema nating bago. So we are trying to connect if the cartel of Mexico is involved in this. Patayan yan, sigurado. Na itong sabihin, bakit si Duterte mga... No, it does not work na lahat ng drug operation is always organized crime. May magluto, may distributors, then lieutenants, pati yung basurero. The basurero is the street peddler. Now, if they are there playing Cebu, and you get killed, at mahirap ka, sorry. Walang magawa sa iyo. Because the law, my oath office says that I, Rodrigo Duterte, should enforce the law against all who are liable. Hindi naman sabi, I, Rodrigo Duterte, would only kill the rich and make the poor live because they are poor. That's not a good law. It's not a good law. It is not. No person shall be denied of the equal protection clause of the Constitution. Kung mayaman ka, mayor ka, ay, bakit? Maliit ba yung mayor niya? Noon, where's the big fish? Where's the big fish? Tapos yung big fish ni... Hanapan ako, bakit sinalbid si mayor? Walang katapusan to. So tayo, trabaho lang. Trabaho lang kayo lahat. In war, we are facing ISIS. It will never end in about 5 years. Meron pang drugs. Then you have to worry. You have plenty of work to do. Hindi ako naawa sa inyo, but I can see that the sacrifice in the coming days that you have to bear for the country. Kaya kinakausap ko kayo isa-isa. Can you do this for me? Wala mo akong sasabi. Stay with the Constitution, stay in the chain of command, love the Filipino people that you serve. I never mentioned my name. I do not want to know mga loyalty. Nakukornehan ako na. After my time, I will go. If there is a perfected Constitution by 2020, I'm announcing it to you now. Alis na ako. I will not wait for 2022. Sibat na ako kung may federal government. Pero kailangan ko tapusin ito kasi nakita ko, dumami itong ganito at ganito lumabo ang problema because walang ginawa. Alam ninyo yan. Every Filipino knows na walang ginawa. Hinayaan yung problema lumaki. Remember yung mga service commanders, we had a command conference. I was the first one who told them, there's a darkening clouds there. And sabi ko yung ISIS. Only that. You do not address anybody here by any other name. Maotis noon. They're all ISIS Philippines now. And they are very brutal. We are bound by the rules of government, but I will not allow this country to go down. Was kinasabihin nila yung extrajudicial. What's extrajudicial? Wala namang crime na extrajudicial. Not in our books anyway. Maybe yung definition nila, but the problem is they forgot to. Ngayon sabi nila, sige, i-publish natin. Nabuang na. Tangina. Ako nga dito na ginagawa ko na lahat ang what is legal and right. Ako pa ang binababoy ngayon. Because some people here cannot accept defeat. Ako, I'm not into, huwag kayong maniwala niyang ano. If I overstay for 1 minute, you arrest me and, saan ba yung paring reyes ninyo? Doon ninyo ako tatapusin. Pero gusto ko i-reenact natin yung kay Rizal. Yung superintendent dito, parang pare, chaplain, i-bless niya ako bago ako what's the problem? We all die. It's only once. Buti sana, it is not like a sore thumb that sticks out painfully every night. Isang beses lang yan. So we enjoy it when it comes. Takutin ng yes. So, basta trabaho lang kayo, akong bahala. Akong bahala. Oo. Kung legal, alam mo naman yung anong illegal. Illegal yung mag-asawa, tapos hiwalayan, tapos mag-asawa uli, tapos sa takbo pa ng presidente, pagdating doon sa Malacanang, 2 asawa nandoon. Ayaw mo pa yan? May reserve. Yung sakyanan mismo may reserba. Baka lang yan pati. Tao pa. Mario Joseph, oy. Karaming Pilipino ba? Really, okay, baka nakinig yung nanununtok mo. You will also have a chance to meet Inday. Class, ayaw mo, sino nag-adapt dyan? Kayo? Nanununtok yan. Si Ken Laktaw. Bagong anak yun, sabi ni Laktaw, Ma'am, pumayat ka na. Bago nga, patambok yan. Sinuntok si Laktaw sa dito. But she is also an adopted class. Ako, 67, wala na ang mista ko. Is there anybody from class 67? I just would like to.
Sir, there is.
Ayos tayo. Okay tayo. Then I will say it's about time that we leave the grounds. Thank you and for inviting me, and good luck.
At this point, the superintendent.